Hey all, Kurt Sasso here from TGT Webcomics at Kids Read Comics. We're here with Kevin Cross from Monkey Mod. How you doing today, Kevin?
Excellent. Thank you.
You know, we're here at Kids Read Comics. It's the first time we've been to Detroit or in the Michigan area here. You know, we went to Chicago and all that. Great to see you here. We've been Twitter pals for a long time.
Yes.
And how did you get involved with Kids Read Comics?
I got involved because this year I became a co-host of the Art and Story podcast. And Jersey Droz is one of the organizers of Kids Read Comics. And it was Mark Rudolph, another co-host over there. But yeah, so that's how I became involved. I'd done another podcast before, and we had all become friends and stuff, and that podcast totally disappeared. And so I got involved, you know, doing everything these guys are doing. So, yeah.
Natural progression, basically.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. You know,
plus I believe in what it's about, you know. So, it's cool.
Oh, plus, you know, this is the future of comics. These are the people that are going to, follow in your footsteps and maybe take over the legacy, so to speak.
I hope so. Yeah.
For those that don't know too much about yourself or about Monkey Mod, what is it all about?
Oh, wow. I don't know if we have enough time. No. Monkey Mod is about a mass crime-fighting Avenger who just also happens to be a monkey, and he moonlights as a rock star. That's the, I guess, the elevator pitch. That's without giving too much away in the story. I guess we'll go from there. There's going to be a lot of espionage, a lot of rock and roll, a lot of beach parties. Yeah, I think beach parties need to be represented more in comic books.
Well, I mean, they kind of took a dive from between the late '60s, early '70s.
Yeah. Well, and he's a character based on the mod subculture.
Right.
So it's a rock and roll subculture from the '60s, and yeah.
So what about yourself, though? We all know you're a very talented artist. I mean, especially from all of this here. But how did you get involved when it came to drawing and art and comics?
Well, like a lot of people, I've been drawing since I was a kid, and that's boring to hear. But what happened was when I graduated high school, it was either go to college, and at the time, my parents were like, art school's too expensive, and well, to be quite honest, you cut most of your classes, and I don't think you're going to go to college, so we're not going to pay for that. So my option was I joined a band, and then I joined several bands during the course of years and went on tour a lot, and I wasn't reading comics at the time. And then as these bands I was in, we would tour more and more and more, and you have to show up for sound check at 2 in the afternoon at some place you've never been before, and you want to check out the town, but you can't because you're kind of on call for sound check and yada yada. So in order to kill time, I was like, I'm going to look for a comic shop, because I loved comics, and I never stopped loving them. I just stopped buying them for some reason. And then going on tour, I got the disease again. So every time we rolled into town, I had to get a stack of graphic novels or something from my pull list in whatever town I was in, and got really back into comics. And meanwhile, the whole time I was drawing, I always had a sketchbook, and then eventually I got enough money to go to art school later, and so when I was on tour, I was going to art school and reading comics, and now I'm almost 40 years old, and it seems like no one wants to see a 40-year-old punk rocker anymore, so I'm doing comics full time. Although Monkey Mod also plays music, meaning I actually play music and then I put it on the website, and you can hear it under the guise of this is Monkey Mod's band. So.
And then what's the band? The Hip Bananas, or?
No, it's just Monkey Mod. He's a solo act.
Yeah.
His backup band, this is a spoiler alert, not in the comic yet, it's called the Teen Panic. So Monkey Mod and the Teen Panic.
Nice, because that's our theme is the spoilers. So wonderful.
There you go.
Yeah, awesome. I didn't think I'd get that today, actually. But for the kids that are coming to the Kids Read Comics, for those that are seeing your work for the first time, what's the response to it?
It seems like my wife would know better because she sells stuff way better because she's way better looking. Sorry. It seems like the kids so far have been pretty responsive to Monkey Mod. I don't know if it's the domino mask or that he's a monkey with the domino mask, or I'm not really sure, but they seem pretty excited. The kids love the print. just because they're goofy. So it seems pretty good. I did Emerald City, not this last time, but the year before, and we had tons of kids come to the table, which was awesome because we were surrounded by like all these adults everywhere, and we were the table that got kids. So I guess it's also natural I'm here because of that too. So, but yeah, it was really good. So I mean, you know, I'd like to talk to these kids later and see, like, you know, if they go home and read it and stuff like that. You know, what do you think? But initially, the response is always pretty good.
You know, for those that want to get into this industry, I mean, you know, you were pardon the expression, but you were a late bloomer when it came to drawing comics type deal. What advice do you have for those kids that are looking at your work? You know, what can you tell them to really inspire them?
Well, it's. I'm sure you guys have heard this before. You have to love it. You absolutely have to love it because it's tough. It's really tough. But you know, it's rewarding because you make your own stories, and when you're an independent artist, you've got no filter. Because you know, I do freelance illustration now too. I've worked for different comic companies. There's editors, there's art directors, and you go through this kind of chain of command. And for kids, I would just say, you know, just have fun making your own stories, you know, and just have fun with it. Don't worry about it, you know, especially if you're a kid. Just have fun, you know. I mean, my first like mini comics, I was a kid and I wasn't worried about, you know, getting into the industry or anything like that. So
just have fun right off the bat.
Exactly.
What's the website for Monkey Mod or any of your other works?
My illustration work is just comecross.net, and Monkey Mod is monkeymodcomic.com. Yeah.
Oh, awesome, Kevin. Hey, it's been a real pleasure speaking with you. You know, I love the prints. I love your work. You're an amazing guy, and I love the podcast. I'm glad to see that you're a well-deserved co-host on Art and Story too.
Thanks, man. Thanks.